En la clase de hoy vamos a aprender inglés de una manera sencilla y divertida. Vamos a escuchar y leer 4 historias diferentes en inglés. La idea es que te vayas familiarizando con el idioma, escuchando y leyendo todo en inglés. Todas las palabras que no entiendas, escríbelas en tu cuaderno para posteriormente traducirlas. Verás que si eres constante con este método, verás grandes resultados. Sin nada más que decir, comencemos.
In the heart of the kingdom of Arlan, a vast territory filled with lush forests and majestic mountains, stood the castle of Arlan, home to the king and his court. The kingdom was known for its prosperity and peace, maintained thanks to the bravery and loyalty of its knights. These knights, led by the valiant Sir Cedric, were the backbone of the kingdom and the protectors of its people. Sir Cedric was a man of great honor and courage. From a young age, he had demonstrated exceptional combat skills and a deep devotion to justice. Under his leadership, the Knights of Arlan had become a formidable force, respected and feared by their enemies. Among their ranks were Sir Roland, known for his strength and skill with the sword, Sir Gareth, a brilliant strategist, and Lady Alara, an exceptional archer and the only woman on the Council of Knights. One day, while the king and his court were celebrating a feast in the castle, a messenger arrived with alarming news. An army of invaders from the north, led by the ruthless Lord Malachar, was approaching the kingdom. These invaders were known for their brutality and their desire to conquer new lands. The king, concerned for the safety of his people, summoned Sir Cedric and his knights to discuss the situation. In the war council, Sir Cedric and his knights analyzed the threat and planned a strategy to defend the kingdom. They decided to fortify the castle walls and send scouts to gather more information about the invading army. Sir Cedric, determined to face the threat head-on, volunteered to lead the troops into battle. The day of the battle arrived, and the armies of Arlan and the invaders met on the battlefield. The fight was fierce, and both sides suffered great losses. Sir Cedric, mounted on his horse with his sword held high, fought valiantly alongside his men. Despite being outnumbered, the Knights of Arlan fought with determination and courage. During the battle, Sir Cedric faced Lord Malachar in a one-on-one combat. The two warriors exchanged blows, each trying to outdo the other. Finally, with a swift and precise move, Sir Cedric managed to disarm Malachar and forced him to surrender. News of the victory spread quickly, and the invaders, demoralized by their leader's defeat, retreated from the battlefield. The victory in the battle not only ensured peace in Arlan, but also solidified Sir Cedric and his knights' reputation as brave and capable defenders. The king, grateful for their bravery, organized a grand celebration in honor of the knights. During the celebration, the king announced that Sir Cedric would be named Grand Master of the Knights of Arlan, a title of great honor and responsibility. Over time, Sir Cedric and his knights continued to protect the kingdom and face new threats. Under his leadership, Arlan thrived and became a beacon of hope and justice in the region. The Knights of Arlan, inspired by Sir Cedric's example, always strove to maintain peace and protect their people. The story of the Knights of the Kingdom of Arlan is a testament to the power of courage, justice, and loyalty. Through their leadership and dedication, Sir Cedric and his knights showed that even in dark times, the light of hope and justice can prevail. In a time of knights and castles, there was a kingdom called Eldoria. This kingdom, situated in a fertile valley surrounded by mountains, was known for its beauty and prosperity. Governed by the wise and just King Alaric, Eldoria had enjoyed years of peace and prosperity. However, a dark shadow loomed over the kingdom, threatening to destroy everything its inhabitants had built. King Alaric had a son, Prince Edwin, who was brave and noble. From a young age, Edwin had been trained in the art of war and diplomacy, preparing to one day succeed his father on the throne. Despite his youth, Edwin was respected for his bravery and sense of justice. One day, while Edwin was patrolling the kingdom's borders, he received alarming news. An army of barbarians led by the feared General Dragon was approaching Eldoria. These barbarians were known for their ferocity and desire to conquer new lands. Edwin knew he had to act quickly to protect his home. Edwin returned to the castle and convened a war council. Together with his father and the kingdom's nobles, they discussed strategies to defend Eldoria. They decided to fortify the castle walls and send messengers to neighboring kingdoms for help. Edwin, determined to face the threat, volunteered to lead the troops into battle. The day of the battle arrived, and the armies of Eldoria and the barbarians met on the battlefield. The fight was fierce, and both sides suffered great losses. Edwin, mounted on his horse with his sword held high, fought valiantly alongside his men. Despite being outnumbered, the soldiers of Eldoria fought with determination and courage. During the battle, Edwin faced General Dragon in a one-on-one combat. The two warriors exchanged blows, each trying to outdo the other. Finally, with a swift and precise move, Edwin managed to disarm Dragon and forced him to surrender. News of the victory spread quickly, and the barbarians, demoralized by their leader's defeat, retreated from the battlefield. The victory in the battle not only ensured peace in Eldoria, but also solidified Edwin's reputation as a brave and capable leader. King Alaric, proud of his son, announced that Edwin would be his successor and would soon be crowned as the new king of Eldoria. In time, Edwin ascended to the throne and ruled with wisdom and justice, following in his father's footsteps. Under his leadership, Eldoria thrived and became a beacon of hope and prosperity in the region. Edwin never forgot the lessons learned in battle and always strove to protect and serve his people. The story of the kingdom of Eldoria and the brave Prince Edwin is a testament to the power of courage, justice, and determination. Through his leadership and dedication, Edwin showed that even in dark times, the light of hope and justice can prevail. In the vibrant city of Monterrey, Mexico, one of the most exciting car races in the world was held every year, the Grand Prix of Hope. This race was not only a sporting event, but also a celebration of passion, dedication, and the spirit of overcoming challenges. Drivers from all over the world gathered to compete on a challenging circuit that wound through the mountains and valleys of the region. Among this year's competitors was a young driver named Alejandro. Since he was a child, Alejandro had dreamed of becoming a professional race car driver. His father, a former race car mechanic, had taught him the fundamentals of mechanics and driving. Together, they had spent countless hours in the garage, working on his car and preparing for the day when Alejandro could compete in the Grand Prix of Hope. The day of the race arrived, and the atmosphere in Monterrey was electrifying. The streets were filled with spectators cheering and supporting their favorite drivers. Alejandro felt nervous but also excited. He knew this was his chance to showcase his talent and make his father proud. With his helmet on and his car ready, Alejandro headed to the starting line. The sound of roaring engines filled the air as the cars lined up on the starting grid. Alejandro looked around and saw his competitors, each with the same determination in their eyes. The light turned green, and the cars surged forward, accelerating at full speed. The Grand Prix of Hope circuit was known for its tight corners and high-speed straightaways. Alejandro drove with precision, maintaining a steady pace and taking every opportunity to overtake his rivals. As the race progressed, he realized he was in a favorable position, but knew he couldn't let his guard down. Midway through the race, Alejandro found himself in an intense battle with another driver named Javier. Javier was known for his aggressive driving style and his ability to take calculated risks. The two drivers exchanged positions several times, each trying to outdo the other. The tension in the air was palpable, and the spectators were on the edge of their seats. Finally, on the last lap, Alejandro saw an opportunity. With a bold move, he took a tight corner with pinpoint accuracy and managed to overtake Javier. The crowd erupted in applause as Alejandro crossed the finish line in first place. He had won the Grand Prix of Hope. Alejandro's victory not only brought him fame and recognition, but also inspired many young people in Monterrey to follow their dreams and work hard to achieve them. Alejandro became a symbol of dedication and passion for motorsport, and his story was told over and over again in the city. After the race, Alejandro was welcomed as a hero. His father, with tears in his eyes, hugged him and told him how proud he was. Alejandro knew this was just the beginning of his career and that there were many more races ahead. But at that moment, he enjoyed his victory and the joy of having fulfilled his dream. Alejandro's story and the Grand Prix of Hope are a testament to the power of perseverance and passion. Through his journey, Alejandro showed that with dedication and effort, any dream can come true. His legacy endures, inspiring future generations to pursue their passions and never give up. In the Nevada desert, hidden among mountains and vast stretches of sand, lies one of the most enigmatic places in the world, Area 51. For decades, this place has been the subject of conspiracy theories, rumors of UFO sightings, and government secrets. However, few know the true story behind its closed doors. It all began in the 1950s when the United States government established Area 51 as a testing facility for experimental aircraft. Engineers and scientists worked day and night developing advanced technologies that could change the course of aviation. Among them was a young engineer named Jack Thompson. Jack had been recruited directly from university due to his brilliance in the field of aeronautical engineering. From the first day, he realized that working at Area 51 was unlike any other job. Security measures were extreme, and every project was shrouded in secrecy. However, Jack was excited about the opportunity to work on technologies that could revolutionize the world. One day, while working on a new aircraft prototype, Jack and his team received an urgent order from their superiors. They were asked to investigate an unidentified object that had been recovered in the nearby desert. The object, which appeared to be a spacecraft, was made of an unknown material and had inscriptions in a language no one could decipher. Jack and his team began working on the object, trying to understand its origin and purpose. As they progressed in their investigation, they discovered that the object contained technology far beyond anything humanity had developed. The propulsion systems, materials, and circuits were of astonishing complexity. As the days passed, Jack realized they were dealing with something truly extraordinary. The spacecraft was not only of extraterrestrial origin, but also contained information about an advanced civilization that had visited Earth thousands of years ago. This civilization, known as the Zeta Reticulans, had left traces of their technology in different parts of the world, and the recovered object was one of their exploratory ships. The discovery of the spacecraft and its technology posed a dilemma for Jack and his team. They knew this information could change the course of history, but they were also aware of the implications if it became public. After much deliberation, they decided to inform their superiors and let the government make the final decision. The government, realizing the potential of the extraterrestrial technology, decided to keep the discovery secret. A special team was established to study the spacecraft and its systems, and even stricter security measures were implemented at Area 51. Jack and his team continued working on the project, but now under constant surveillance. Over the years, Jack became one of the leading experts in extraterrestrial technology. His research led to significant advances in aviation and space technology. However, the secret of Area 51 and the existence of the extraterrestrial spacecraft remained hidden from the public. One day, while reviewing old documents, Jack found a letter written by one of the Zeta Reticulans. The letter, addressed to humanity, spoke of the importance of cooperation and understanding between civilizations. The Zeta Reticulans had visited Earth hoping to establish a peaceful relationship and share their knowledge. Moved by the message, Jack decided it was time for the world to know the truth. He knew that revealing the secret of Area 51 would be risky, but he also believed that humanity was ready to accept the existence of extraterrestrial life and learn from it. With the support of some of his colleagues, Jack organized a press conference and presented the evidence of the spacecraft and the letter from the Zeta Reticulans. The revelation caused a worldwide impact. People were amazed and fascinated by the idea that we were not alone in the universe. Governments around the world began collaborating on research into extraterrestrial technology and looking for ways to establish contact with the Zeta Reticulans. Jack's story and Area 51 are not only a testament to human curiosity and determination, but also to the importance of truth and cooperation. Through his bravery, Jack opened a new era of exploration and understanding, demonstrating that, although the universe is vast and mysterious, humanity has the capacity to reach the stars and beyond.
Espero de todo corazón que esta clase te haya gustado. Si es así, regálame un like y suscríbete al canal, que en verdad me ayudarías bastante. Y para todos los estudiantes que se quedaron hasta el final, les tengo un regalo. Debajo de este video encontrarán una clase de inglés desde cero totalmente gratuita. El link para esta clase estará en la descripción del video o en el comentario fijado. También te recomiendo que veas este otro video donde aprenderás inglés con una historia muy interesante, súper divertida. Entonces te espero ahí, no te lo puedes perder.